What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This is going to be part 2 of the barter cart here. We traded a lithium battery that a fella gave me that he said it didn't work. We were able to get it working. We traded it for a four-wheeler. We traded a four-wheeler for this golf cart, and we put a little bit of money in this golf cart to get it to run. When I traded for the golf cart, it didn't run, but the four-wheeler ran. On today's video, we're going to get this right here golf cart running. However, in the first episode, I overlooked one part that kind of bit me now, and I should have, checked that part out to begin with, but I didn't because I was kind of in a hurry, and being in a hurry usually bites you in the rear end. But anyways, be sure to stick around and check that out. Well, today is Monday, the 15th, Martin Luther King Day, and I was making breakfast this morning, heard a commotion on the front porch, and well, Amazon was delivering my new Vglide here. I paid, this is the cheapest Vglide on Amazon, 49 bucks, 50, 55, something like that. I'll place a link directly in the description below. Get on there, you can check it out. We're going to see, kind of how well this performs. And like in the video before, this cover right here was missing, so lets us know somebody had been inside this right here before, or they've taken the cover off to kind of check some things out. Well, the cover is still on this one, and these little tabs here did not break off when I removed them from this, but I did take my time to do so. I'm going to remove these two larger screws down here, one back here, one there, so we can gain access to the front of the Vglide. Back comes off. This is what the back of that looks like. We just need to add the cables. It generally starts with the first color. White goes here, orange, yellow, green, blue, black, like that. So we need to transfer those over and get this installed. This uses like a carriage bolt style. The screws that actually holds into place down here and down here. I may still have those from the other one. We could use those on this one. Let me get all of this right here transferred over, and I'll pick you back up in just a minute. You're having to redo your Vglide. This right here is going to be a 7/16 nut driver or socket to be able to loosen and tighten those right there nuts. All right, so I got the new Vglide wired up with the cables. Went ahead and removed the bolt that I was holding the old one in with. I have it here, and it is a carriage bolt. I don't know what I did with the other one, so came over here, and if you guys don't have one of these, I'll put a link to it in the description below where you can get you one. Game changer for sure. Okay, I need to go to the hardware store, get me a 1024 course carriage bolt and nut. All right, got back from the store, got some new hardware. It's time to get this thing right here mounted, and we'll put the cover back on there as well. Now you see down here we have white, orange, yellow, green, blue, and black. That's how it is down here as well. Yellow's at the very bottom, or white's at the very bottom. Then on the fifth one, you got your orange, yellow, green, blue, and black. So here's the thing, like I get it, this is like dinosaur technology into the golf cart industry, right? I really don't get into the whole end of the world SHTF stuff, the shit hits the fan. I don't really get into that a whole lot. And like if they sent out an EMP and it wiped out all the computers in like the modern day vehicles, but only carbureted vehicles would be able to run. But I guess that's if it doesn't have electronic ignition. So if that's the case, will golf carts be wiped out as well with the controllers? I don't know. And if it is, could it just be these right here batteries and this old system continue to work? I don't know. I'm not really getting into that conversation. I don't know. I think we're just shooting into the dark, and I don't know. It's not my cup of tea. I don't know too much about it, but what I do know about it would make me a conspiracy theorist probably. All right, moment of truth. Let's put that on. This is the ground wire for the charge receptacle, and that's also where the Vglide continuity switch gets its ground from. Let's see if we get any sparks, smoke, or any action. So key on, forward, nothing, nothing, nothing. What does this mean? What if the diode's bad? I keep telling myself, you're learning, keep going, but in reality, this sucks. Not gonna lie, because I swear that switch is done again. If it is, that means I gotta take it all back off again. But I should be a pro at it right now. Should be. Come on, just not gonna lie, I'm getting a little aggravated. All right, so I got the meter here. I got a new diode right here. Okay. Got the old diode. Now I think, let's see, negative on the back side, positive on the front side. So this diode right here is bad. Nothing. I'm getting a little bit of here. Nothing there. So this is a good diode. The other one is just burnt slap through, and that's exactly what was causing that issue. So that's that. So I went ahead and I put some ring terminals on there, just like that. I'll put a link to the diodes I use down in the description below. But you can buy in bulk for so much cheaper than buying them, you know, from a parts house or a golf cart retail shop or whatever. So that's what I do. So this is the micro switch I'm using right here for the Vglide, and it's got 3 wires on it. Most micro switches in your Vglide will not have the wires built into the case here, but it'll have terminals where you just put a spade connector on there. Same thing. You know, on some of my videos, especially when I use relays, some people are kind of confused about relays. I'm not saying you guys are, but some people are and don't understand why I use relays for. Well, this is sort of like a relay, except a relay is an electromagnetic switch. So that means that it doesn't have a mechanical plunger that changes from normally closed to normally open. You have a positive and negative. So you would have a 12 volt, 24, 36, 48, 60, or 72 volt relay, depending on your application. Okay. So in a relay, this would be your 30. This would be your 87 right here, and this would be your 87A. Now, right now with the plunger up, we have continuity between this black wire and this red wire. And the reason we have continuity between there is because this right here is going to be your normally open circuit here. Okay? Your normally closed circuit, you'd have a continuity between this black wire and this blue wire. So, you know, once you take your foot, or once you press your foot on the pedal, it releases from this little mechanical lever here. That way you have continuity between these and not between these. But once you take your foot off the accelerator pedal, the spring pushes it back down, killing power between, or killing continuity between your red and your black. And just to give you an idea of what you could use this third leg for here, you know, like on alarm systems on cars, they'll have that little blinking LED light. if you could find a blinking LED light that would work for 36 volt or 48 volt on your application, or even 12 volt, you could do it 12 volt as well. You could run this right here to the negative side of it here, because you have negative coming in. Like on this cart, we have negative coming in from the charge receptacle, and then you'd have negative going out once your foot pedal is in the up position. This plunger would go down and send a negative out of here. Okay, so what I'm getting at is, since your foot is off the pedal, and the little the Vglide mechanism closes this plunger here, and you would send ground wire through the micro switch out with this one wire here. You can run this to the ground wire of one of those blinking LED lights, and run the other side of the LED light to either your 12 volt source or your 36 or 48 volt, depending on the light's input power range. And every time you take your foot off the gas, you would have an imitation alarm system on your golf cart, kind of like one of those little blinking lights of an automobile. But that's what you could do with that extra wire here. I know that's probably useless information, but I was just thinking about that. I might include this right here diagram also in the next relay video, since this is a mechanical switch and not an electromagnetic switch. Pretty neat though. You can do all kinds of things with, normally closed, normally open switches. But yeah, just the way I thought I'd share that with you. So this time we have the new diode, and it was bad, the old one. New switch, and we should have power now. That's what I'm guessing. It could always be something else though. 9/16. So headlights work. Moment of truth, it's in neutral. It's an on. Forward, it moves. Reverse, nothing in reverse. Oh yeah, we got us a running golf cart now, boys. I am stoked. All right, so I've taken the cart for a drive. Microphone died on me, so she's driving fine, as you can see. I don't know how fast we're going. Just a stock golf cart, I'd say maybe 12, 13, 14, if that. But seems to be fine. I could probably tighten up the mirror a little bit, do that as well, but so far it looks pretty good. I believe it's got brake lights. I mean, not brake lights, it's got brakes. It's got brakes. Ain't nothing like pulling some mag wheels out of a box. These are cheap, and I'm trying to keep the cost of this golf cart cheap enough where it'll give us some value in it as well. If you're looking at it from the standpoint of, I'm just trying to use this right here as leverage to trade for something else, then I'm sure you would understand. But the standard SS, silver hubcaps, I think these right here work. We're just gonna line up this valve stem cap here with the valve stem opening in the wheel and just push it on. There you go. That's on. I think that looks a lot better. It's hiding those ugly steel wheels. So I know it's not totally custom, but just that little cheap modification adds a little bit of value. So I don't like stickers like this on golf carts or anything, especially if I was going to resell it. The sticker on the side of the golf cart is a palmetto tree, and Those are okay because that's our state. That's on our state flag. So, and those are vinyl, and if you wanted to peel them off, you could. I don't like sports teams on golf carts. Like in our state, we have Carolina and Clemson and some other teams. Those are probably the two main ones in our state. And it's such a rival. You know, I'm a Carolina fan, and I still don't care, you know, to sell a golf cart with a Carolina sticker on it. That's exactly why they put it there, is because of that right there. It'd be different if we had a matching one on the other side, but we don't. And we didn't know that was there. And I said I felt something in it. That's exactly what it was. So there it goes, guys. We got the golf cart running in today's episode. The first episode, we did a solenoid. We did an F&R switch. And I think both of those were about maybe 70 bucks. We did some wheels, the hubcaps. We ordered those for the first episode. So I want to say it was like $15 maybe for the first episode, what it cost us for those parts. In today's episode, we put the Vglide in there, and that cost us about 50 bucks. And we also did a diode. So if I would have checked that diode in the first episode with the multimeter like I did on today's episode, then, well, we probably might have not had to worry about today's episode. And we could have fixed that in the beginning, but we didn't. And it's on me. And since I didn't think of checking it, it cost us another episode, which is okay with me. And in this cart, I'll display here how much I have on the screen, but it's less than $200. Still, it's not a bad deal to say we did some leg work. We had to do some work to the cart to get it here. But anyways, that's what the deal is. Now, since I bartered for this golf cart, I put this golf cart on Facebook Marketplace this week. I just went outside, took some random photos of it. I'll show the photos here. I put on there, and I was looking to barter for a older truck, you know, just a cheap truck, or like a pontoon. Now, the kind of truck that I'm kind of looking for, I would love to have an 88, 98 OBS Chevrolet. Love to have a Z71, if not just a 4x4. That's the kind of truck my son is kind of looking at right now. He was wanting a square body, and I kind of talked him out of the square body because they are just too much money, especially for a high schooler kid. If we can get like an OBS and spend a couple of grand in it to look good, and I know my son, and he's going to put it in the mud. He's going to want to tear it up. That'd be okay. But, you know, I want him to have fun with it, but at the same time, it'll give us something to bond about. But I got the golf cart listed on Marketplace this week. The first offer I've had was a Jeep Grand Cherokee, and I didn't care nothing about that, and I have not replied to that guy. I had a guy that sent me about a Ford F-150, and I had another guy hit me up with a 24-foot pontoon, which, well, I wouldn't be opposed to a pontoon either. I know it's not a truck for him to drive, which he turns 15 this year, but he can't start driving until he's 16 in high school. So we're still about a year and a half away for that. And I'll probably have another golf cart between now and then that I can trade for something. But I've had those two trades. Not sure if I'm going to take either of those routes. I've had a couple of cash offers. I'm really not entertaining those at the moment. I would really like to just trade for something. I feel that you can get more for bartering than you can for cash. So if somebody, you know, comes up and let's just say I take $2,500, and somebody had a Z71 that was wanting to trade, but if he sold it outright, he would want $3,500. That's where the cash wouldn't really help out in this situation. And since we bartered for the golf cart, I thought it'd be kind of cool to barter for something else. So if I get a truck or if I get a pontoon boat, I'm going to probably put it on the channel, and that would be like a different channel project. Maybe, you know, kind of go off into a different direction with that as well. But yep, that's where we at now. Appreciate you guys watching today's video, and until next time, we'll see y'all later.